Welcome back to Winging It Buffalo Style. In today's health segment, we're taking a look at how to keep your kids safe, healthy, and protected during their outside summer activities with Dr. John Pastori from UB Pediatrics. Dr. Pastori joins us now from UB Pediatrics, and as a pediatrician, there's some different concerns in the summer months and the winter months. What is the office like this time of year?
Actually, this is a time of year that we slow down a little bit and get busy with school physicals and children who need sports physicals. The actual flu season is thankfully over, so we're a little less busy this time of year.
But there are some things that parents should be concerned about as the kids are out of school and hitting all those summer activities. One of those is, of course, proper skin protection in the sun.
Absolutely. We want our children to get outside and be safe and exercise, but we should plan our day. And remember, the sun can be a risk for skin cancers. So proper planning is all we need, and proper supervision. A little bit of sunblock is the most helpful thing for children. You can get good sunblock at any store. And we look at the SPF ratings. SPF ratings come in about 15 to 30. The higher the SPF, the longer it lasts on your skin, but it doesn't last all day. So when you're going out into the sun, think about how long you're going to be there. Remember that the sand and the water increase the exposure to the sun. You want to keep children, especially infants, in the shade. So think about an umbrella or a tree, and apply sunblock for your children, for those under the age of 5. And supervise your teenagers, because they're about as good at it as they are as brushing their teeth.
And the sunscreen that actually says for kids, what does that mean? Should you be buying that if you're putting it on your children, or does it not really matter?
It actually doesn't really matter. What you want to make sure is that it is PABA-free or para-benzoic acid, which most of them already are. And you want to look at the rating. So the higher the rating, up to 30, will last just under 4 hours. Once you get above 50, it really doesn't have any meaning at that point. But you want to apply sunscreen about every 2 to 4 hours. And especially if you've been in the pool and you're drying off, you'll need extra sunscreen.
All right, and speaking of the pool, that's another cause for concern for parents. What are some general tips you can give people whose kids are going out swimming, either in a lake, a pond, or a pool?
Yeah. Pools are great. We want kids swimming. We have to remember that water injuries are the second related injuries behind motor vehicle accidents, but we want our kids out there. So take some precautions when kids are going to swim. Know their abilities. They always overestimate their abilities with swimming. We want to obey any rules that there are in regulations around pools and waterways. Young children under the age of 5, we should practice touch supervision, meaning we're close enough to grab them within arm's distance anytime. For older children, they should be aware of their limits. They should not swim in boating waterways or rivers with currents. A problem we have in Buffalo is we have nice rivers, they have currents, and we have children jumping from bridges during the summer, which can lead to drowning. So always be aware of what they're doing.
Always be aware of your surroundings. Another problem in the summer are those darn bug bites.
Bug bites can really make you very miserable. Remember, insects are more active in the early morning and later on in the evening. It's good to use some insect spray on your skin. You want to do that for any children. Most insect spray over the counter has DEET in it in a concentration of between 10% and 30%, which is the most active ingredient. There are alternatives. We now have natural alternatives that have different oils like citronella and cedarwood that also are effective. Read the labels, know what you're putting on your child's skin. They're going to last about 2 to 3 to 4 hours at the most.
Which is probably about all you need if it's
Right.
really only in the early morning or those evenings. Also, sticking on the protection side of things, helmets, bike helmets are so important this time of year.
Absolutely. Kids want to be out there. They want to be active. Make sure they know their abilities and they're wearing the proper protective equipment. The first thing you want to make sure is that anything they're riding or on has been properly maintained, has good tires, good equipment, and then they wear proper safety equipment, whether that be a helmet, elbow pads, knee pads, shin pads, so this way they don't get injured during summertime.
That's right. We want to have fun in the summer. We hate to see those kids walking around with casts or any other type of injury, so we want to have fun but be safe most importantly. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Dr. Pastori. We appreciate it.
It was my pleasure.